Hello everybody, so for today's video I thought I would do a little guide on how to stretch your ears. If you haven't seen my other two videos about stretching your ears, which were my plug collection and how I stretched my ears through the years, then I will leave those links down below and you can have a look if you're interested. But for today's video I thought I would give you a few tips if you're interested in stretching your ears and you're not entirely sure if you're doing it right. I made a little list which I have on my phone. Oh, now I deleted it. Oh, I found it. Oh my god. Just imagine. That would have been very funny. Yeah, let's jump right in. So the first thing, which is very important, especially when you start stretching your ears, you should only size up 1 millimeter and always let it heal, which will take about 2 to 3 weeks. I always use tapers to stretch my earlobe, so you can easily go up 1 millimeter with that method. If you have like a taping kit, you can get those on eBay as well if you're not interested in spending a lot of money. I used one of those taper kits from eBay, which worked out really fine for me. You don't have to be worried about the quality, those are okay as well. So always 1 millimeter at a time until you reach 8 millimeters, then you can go up 2 millimeters each time you decide to go a bigger size. You should never skip a size. That can cause the earlobe to rip or bleed. Stretching your ears should never hurt that much. For me, it felt a little bit uncomfortable, but it never really started to bleed. Take out the taper and let it heal, and then you can start again with a smaller size. So for example, if you want to go from 8 to 10 millimeters and it starts to hurt or bleed, try using 9 millimeters, then it should be much easier for your earlobe. Do not skip sizes, do not rush things. You should always wait at least 2 to 3 weeks if you want to go up another size. Yeah, it just takes that long for the earlobe to heal. I think I've waited 4 to 6 weeks each time I went up a size because I wanted to be completely sure. And if you risk things in the beginning, then as the earlobe gets bigger, it will look shittier. It will look completely fucked up. I know a lot of people that actually wanted to have big earlobes as fast as possible, and those people now have the worst looking earlobes I've ever seen. Do not rush things. Just don't. Another thing I can't stress enough is please do not use the tapers as jewelry. I see so many people leaving the tapers in their earlobe for weeks on end. I don't know for what reason. They want people to see that they're stretching their ears, or because they don't want to buy jewelry, because they want to go up another size. But no, just don't do it. Tapers are quite long. They have a lot of weight at the end, and then it can cause your earlobe to deform basically. And I don't know how people sleep when they have the tapers in their ears. I don't understand it. So you should use the tapers just as a stretching tool. I wanted to show you how I actually stretch my ears, but I don't think I have any tapers left. I've been at this size for a very long time. I didn't plan on going up a size, so I think I don't have any tapers anymore. The only reason to use tapers is to make the earlobe bigger. So you just push it in gently. I always put coconut oil on my earlobe and I put it on the taper as well, and then I pushed it in my ear very slow and very gently. Well, I've kept it in my ear for about 5 to 10 minutes, so the ear could calm down a little bit. But after that I always took a flash tunnel, which you can take off one side. So I put that on the very end of the taper, and then I just pushed the entire thing into my earlobe, and then I screwed the end back on, and then I had the jewelry in. You shouldn't keep the tapers in for weeks or even days. It's just a tool to stretch it, and if you're finished stretching, you take it out and you put the jewelry in. That's how you do it, okay? Please don't wear the tapers. Another tip I can give you is I always knew from the beginning that I wanted to have both of my earlobes the same size. So what I always did was I started stretching one ear, I went up one side, and then I waited 2 weeks and then I stretched the other one. I always sleep on my side and I always wanted to be able to sleep on one side. I never wanted to stretch both ears at the same time because then I could only sleep on my back, which isn't what I wanted to do. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is, as some of you with stretched ears may know, earlobes smell. You should always wash your earlobes, which people sometimes forget. I myself sometimes forget, because I normally only wash my earlobes when I wash my hair. The other days I only have a body shower. So the smell is actually the dead skin. You should always like wash it off, peel it off. Another thing I do is when my earlobes feel a little bit too dry, I have very dry skin, I put coconut oil on. I have another spray which I use when they feel a little bit irritated, or if I haven't put my plugs in for a longer period of time, then I always use this little spray. I will insert the link on where you can buy it. Yeah, that spray is basically for disinfecting and it's the best spray on the entire planet. I've used other products. I've ordered like special ear deodorants or ear products on various websites. Yeah, I found this spray a few years ago. A piercer recommended it to me, I think, and now it's just the best thing and I don't need anything else. So yeah, these were my tips on how to stretch your earlobes or how not to stretch your earlobes. Again, if you have any more questions, leave them in the comments down below and then we'll see each other in the next video. Bye! I'm not sure if this is the right angle. Are you ready to rumble? Oh, I'm not sure. Maybe more like this. Okay, I'm ready. Physically. Wake up.